today I am doing a flawless, cover your scars, full coverage, evening foundation look, or if you just really want to cover up your face on a daily basis, I'm going to show you guys the techniques that I use in order to cover up all of the scars that were once here on the side of my face. So if you guys want to see how I got the flawless, full coverage, caked on face of makeup that I'm wearing right now, then go ahead and keep on watching. Alright guys, so this process I'm about to show you on how to get flawless looking skin with a crap ton of products is a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things to go through to get your face to look flawless, but it is worth it if you're going for that perfect, full coverage, cover all your scars type of look. So let's go ahead and get into this. So one thing I like to do, and I found works best for me, is to have a good primer slash moisturizer that is going to keep my makeup on my face all day. And the combination of items that I'm using today I find works really well together on my skin. If you're new to my channel, then my skin is extremely oily. It's like a grease slick. I had a phase where I was kind of getting dry, but now it's really oily. Like right now I have a moisturizer and it feels really dry, like tight dry, but within the next hour after the makeup's on my face, it's going to turn to a grease slick if I don't go through these items here for my priming process to keep my makeup on. So I'm going to be using the Algenist Sublime Defense Anti-Aging Blurring Moisturizer in SPF 30. It looks like this. It's kind of like a souffle type texture. This stuff is very expensive. So I don't know of any type of a dupe for it. If you don't want to spend the amount that this is, I'm actually got this at Ulta and it was $75. So that killed me to spend $75 freaking dollars on a moisturizer slash primer. But when you think about it, if you're buying your moisturizer and your primer separately, they're going to cost about the same amount. You know, depending on what brand you buy. If you're buying all high-end primers and high-end moisturizers, it's going to cost about $75 for both of them, give or take, you know, $10 or so. So for me, I just use this item here for my primer and my moisturizer. So I like how it works. It works really well for me and I'm going to continue purchasing it. Right now Ulta does have a 20% off sale going on for platinum members. So if you should have got the coupon probably in the mail. If you want to try this, I'd recommend using that coupon with it. Then next what I do is I go in, and this is a recent tip that I picked up from Nikki Tutorials. I go in with the Nivea for Men Sensitive Post-Shave Balm. So I go in with this, and the active ingredient in this is glycerin, I believe. Am I right? It doesn't say on the bottle, but I think it said it on the box. So glycerin. So only just a tiny bit of this stuff. And I actually use this around my jawline where I have the most scarring. Because what this is going to do is create a kind of a sticky base so that all that product we're about to put on, any scarring, is going to stick and stay there. So, and this, I like the smell of it. It smells like men's cologne, but the scent does dissipate after, you know, you've rubbed it in completely. So after you get all that rubbed in, and I apologize guys if I keep looking down. I do have my camera wired up to my laptop for a larger viewfinder, so that is why I keep glancing down. Okay, so we get all that rubbed into our face. And then next what we're going to do for this flawless face is we're going to go in with a, not new, well, it's new to you guys because I don't think I mentioned it on camera, but I've been using this for a while. Now I do have an older video for how to cover scars on my channel. I will link it down below. But in that video I used a product from Dermablend. I forgot the name of it. It was in a squeezy tube and it worked great for covering up my scars. Well, this product kind of is my new best friend because they discontinued the item that I previously used. So I wanted to show you guys with this product, and this is the Dermablend Professional Cover Cream Broad Spectrum SPF 30. So it looks like this, comes in a little jar, and it comes with this little baby, oh crap, I just dropped something, oh well. It comes with this little baby spatula. So what I do is I go in, and it looks like this is a really thick, like kind of hard cream. So I go in and I scrape like 3 times and get about that much on the back of my spatula, and then I put it here on the back of my hand. And then once I have done that, you want to warm this product up with your fingers. That's why you don't want to go in with a brush or a sponge. And not to mention you're going to contaminate the product in here and make it all nasty and germy. But you just want to warm up the product here on the back of your hand. And then once you've done that, then you can go in and start putting that wherever you have the most scarring on your face. So for me, the majority of my scarring is here, on like from here up, around, down my neck a little bit, and pretty much my whole entire jawline slash neck. So what I do is start dabbing it on. And the color is a little bit lighter than me, but I don't want it to match my skin completely. I want it to be just a smidgen lighter because of all the layers of stuff we're going to be putting on our face. It will mask it after, you know, we've layered up all this crap on our face. Now when putting this on, don't rub it in your skin. You want to pat. Patting is going to give you the most coverage on your face. So you don't want to rub it in, because you're rubbing it, you're moving the product around, and that product is not going to cover as well. So just keep on patting it in to any areas that you have scarring. So you can already tell now that it's covering really well. Yes, my face I know is a different color than my neck. Don't worry about that. I self-tanned and I do not self-tan my face. So yeah, and I'm an amateur self-tanner. So yeah, I'm not the best at it, but I can tell, yeah, definitely on camera, I am darker. I didn't think I was actually that dark with this self-tanner. But yeah, looking at it on film, it kind of did its job. And if you guys want a review on the tanner that I use, let me know in the down bar. I will definitely do a video on it. Not showing you the application process because you can look that up anywhere. But just kind of talk to you about the product and the time of it on your skin and all that good stuff. I've used it a couple times and I do like it. So yeah. And I'm also covering up some redness. I have like always, no matter what, I have redness around my nose. I think it's like hormonal or something like that. But if you want, you can use a green concealer to do this. Oh no, I got that on my glasses. You can use a green concealer to do that part if you have redness. But for me, this covers pretty darn well on any redness that I have. So I'm going to pat that in. And this one is a booger here to cover. It's a fresh scar, so it might not cover completely, but we gonna try. And so, same with that one there. I have these two nice and new, fresh little scars on my face that might not cover the best, but we shall see. So I'm going to finish putting the concealer on my face and I will be right back with the next step. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is go ahead and clean your hand off if you have a bunch of that cover cream on your finger from patting it all on your face. Then once we've done that, you want to get a loose, translucent, no color, basic powder. So I'm using the Coty Airspun powder because it's cheap, it's basic as you can get, and it works for what we need to do. Alright, so then what you're going to do is get some of that powder. I'm using the puff that the powder came with, this little guy here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pat over all of those areas on our face that we put that concealer. And I know some people think that the smell of this Coty Airspun is rather intense, and it is, I'm not going to lie, but I actually kind of like it. Secret between you and I kind of like the smell of it. Reminds me of like old school perfume from way back in the day. So just patting that all over the areas that we put that concealer. And if you want, you can use like a sponge if you want to get even more powder on there, but you don't have to. I'm being lazy and I usually use a sponge, but I didn't feel like going to get one, so I'm just using this puff that comes in the product. Sorry, I'm covering y'all up. Okay, so then once we've done that, then what you want to do is go back in with some more of that concealer over any areas that might still be peeking through. And I'm actually covered pretty well, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you guys. over, yeah, down here on my chin. This is where I have more of a problem spot. That's actually not too bad right now, but then you just want to put more concealer back on top of everything we just powdered. And let's go back up here to this little booger. That's the fresh scar. And right here on my nose, or not on my nose, under my nose, where I have these scars here. And this is going to be a lot of makeup, guys. It really is. I'm not going to lie to you. This is a crap ton of makeup. But this is for special events if you're doing this type of layering. Now, I'll use the cover cream on its own, just with my foundation on top of it, and do that for like a regular quote-unquote day if I really want extra coverage. But I don't go through and doing this layering process that I'm showing you guys unless it's a special occasion. And the special occasion for me today is going to the doctor. So the doctor's going to see me in my Mickey Mouse shirt that I have on right now. And yeah, a big old covered cake face of makeup. So anywho. Alright, so then once you've done that again and put that cover cream on your face, you're going to go back in with the powder again. And you're going to pat back over those areas. And you might think, well, damn, I don't need to put foundation on after this. Well, yeah, you do. Because it's just going to provide even more coverage. And your face isn't going anywhere with all the stuff we did to prime and get it ready. Okay. So we have all of that on our face. And face is a little bit different color than the rest of our body, but it's okay. It's all good. So the next, for me, what works best with that Algenist moisturizer and using these items to do the concealing process, the foundation that stays on my face all day in conjunction with this moisturizer is the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, and I'm in the color NC42. Oh, and to let you guys know, the color of the cover cream that I was in is, sorry, let me get the lid back on. Cover Cream Chroma Caramel Beige is the color I'm in that. So just if you guys are, you know, anywhere close to my skin tone, NC42 in the MAC and Caramel Beige in the Cover Cream. So I just take a little bit of that on the back of my hand. That's a little bit more than a little, but you know, whatever. And with my damp beauty blender, I'm going to get that and I'm going to start just stippling that on my face. And there's one step I actually kind of just went out of order with, but it's fine. I'll show you guys after I get all the foundation on my face. I forgot to actually color correct under my eyes, but it's fine. We'll do it in a moment. So just go ahead and pat all that into your face. And you would think that the areas that you put all that cover cream and a couple layers of powder and stuff would start, to move around with the damp beauty blender attacking it and pouncing all over it, but it does not. And it doesn't because we've used that powder to set it with. Now, if you have more time, you can bake. And, if some of you don't know what baking is, you can like put a crap ton of that powder in all those places on your face and let it sit for a while, maybe while you do your eye makeup or something like that. And that's going to provide even more lock-in, like not going to budge on your face at all. So you definitely can do that. I didn't do that just for the sake of this video. But, you definitely can do that. Get a little bit more of that foundation, just a smidgen more. Enough for our forehead and then down our neck a little bit. So then just keep on pouncing all this into your face. And then, remainder, it's hard for me to talk when I'm pounding on my neck. And if there is a little bit still of a color difference, you can use bronzer to fix it. And the only reason there is on me is because I have been self-tanning, so. Okay. So then once we've done that, we're going to go backwards a little bit in our process and clean off the back of my hand. So we're going to go backwards in our process a little bit and color correct underneath our eyes. For full coverage, perfect, flawless skin, you want everything on your face. Not just your scars, but everything to be perfect, or as close to perfect as you can get it. And for me, I go in with the, what is this called? The NYX Dark Circle Concealer in the color medium. And I use my Crown Brush C455. It's a flat top little brush here. And I just go in, and like I said, I would have typically done this before I did the foundation, but yeah, I messed up. But go ahead and just put that underneath your eyes. Ooh, oh, I just got that in my eye. Don't put it in your eye, put it around your eye. And you just want to put this wherever you have like the darkness under your eyes. So mine tends to be like right here. So you just want to make sure you get it real good right in there. And then after you've put it on with the brush, use your ring finger and just kind of tap it out. And it's nice and tapped out. So then after you've done that, typically what you would do next is go in with your foundation and cover up the orangey color, you know, of that concealer. But I'm just going to use my damp beauty blender. It has a little bit of leftover foundation on it. And just kind of pat it. Pat it, pat it, pat it. Alright. So then once after we've done that, you're going to want to go in with your favorite brightening concealer under the eyes. For me, since I am going to be going to like the doctor, I don't want to be full on like, hello in your face, I'm going out highlighted. But so I'm going to just do a little bit of a moderate highlight. And I'm using the NYX HD Concealer in the color CW05. I typically use CW04 or my Naked Skin in light medium. But for the sake of this video, I want to be a little bit more on the natural, full coverage, flawless skin side. So just go in and do the typical, you know, highlighting on your face, under your eyes. And if you guys want me to do like a highlighting and contour video, I definitely will. Just let me know in the description bar. But I'm not going to go into that right now. Just going to do a tad bit of stuff here. I'll put a little bit here. Okay. So then once you've got that on your face, then you just want to blend it out with your beauty blender. Pretty darn simple. So just start blending away. And I need my mirror for that. Yep, just start blending that out. And when you do the lighter color, you know, under your eyes, you definitely do want to balance that on your face. You don't want to have just stark, you know, lighter under eyes and that is it. That's why I put a little bit here on my Cupid's bow, around my nose, down the bridge of my nose, and right here, kind of at the center of my forehead, just so everything kind of marries together. And then I use the other side of my beauty blender just to kind of blend so there's no harsh line of that highlighted area and then my foundation. Okay, so then after we've done that, you can, you know, choose whatever powder you want to set your under eyes. I'm going to go ahead and use the Coty Airspun, and I'll be right back because I left my sponge in the other room. Alright, I'm back, and I got my sponge. Sometimes I use my damp beauty blender, but I'm just going to go in with this angle sponge instead, just to switch things up a little bit. So I just kind of dump out some of this Coty Airspun into the back of the lid, or the top of the lid rather. And then we just go ahead and get our sponge all up in there. Get a crap ton of it on there. I'm not baking per se. Well, yeah, I'm going to bake a little bit. I lied. And then you just go in and press it underneath your eye. Actually, I'm not going to bake. I'm just going to press it all in. As you can tell, it kind of brightens up everything underneath the eye and makes it a little bit more alive and awake. And that's what you want when you're going for full coverage, flawless skin. Personally, I actually like doing it better with my Beauty Blender. I feel like it really like gets in there and like really highlights. But like I said, I just wanted to switch it up today and do something a little bit different. A little bit more here on this one. Alright, so then, alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my face. Go ahead and bronze and do my eye makeup and everything, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I just came back and finished my full face of makeup. I went ahead and put on my bronzer, my blush, full on eye makeup, lipstick, and all that good stuff. And you guys are going to see how to get the look I'm wearing on my eyes and everywhere else in my next video. So be sure and stay tuned to that. And I hope you guys really enjoyed and learned some stuff about covering up some scars on your face, or you can really honestly use this technique anywhere on your body. Just make sure you use a body makeup when you are covering scars or tattoos or anything like that anywhere else on your body. You can do the same steps of using a good primer, a sticky base, the concealer, powder, and then kind of foundation and powder back on top of it. One part I did forget to show you guys in the video, after I put all of the foundation on my face on top of all the other work we did, I did set my face with a translucent setting powder all over to really lock everything in. Feel free and use a setting spray after that. For me, I feel like it doesn't do anything one way or the other. It's not great, it's not bad, it's just it doesn't do anything. So I don't use a setting spray, but I find that all those applications that I did on my face and layering really locks my makeup in. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Be sure to thumbs up, comment, like, subscribe if you are a new viewer to this channel, and I will see